Hello, my name is Nancy Chiarella, and I am the Executive Director of CARES. I would like to thank you for considering bringing your expertise to our board, and I would like to take this opportunity to better acquaint you with CARES, the work we do, and the role of the board. In the next 15 minutes, I will talk about our vision, our 4 core service areas, our special projects, and the commitment and responsibility of CARES board members. Our vision at CARES is a simple one, that all people have access to safe, affordable housing and the social supports to remain housed. We work to prevent and end homelessness. But how do we work towards this goal? We work to prevent and end homelessness through our 4 core service areas: community planning, program data, housing, and awareness building. I am going to begin by talking a bit about community planning. CARES serves as the lead in coordinating the implementation of services to prevent and end homelessness. What does this mean? There are a range of programs and services designed to help those experiencing homelessness. Preventing and ending homelessness is something that an entire community aspires to do, and something that requires an entire community to do. Direct service providers and other key stakeholders of the community come together in what is termed a continuum of care, or COC, as you will hear it termed often. The COC is that community planning body that works to coordinate and deliver effective services to prevent and ultimately end homelessness. And CARES serves as the lead of 9 continuums of care throughout the Capital Region and Greater New York State. But what does CARES actually do in this capacity? CARES conducts project evaluation and monitoring, a process designed to ensure that those agencies and programs delivering direct service to homeless individuals and families are operating correctly and effectively. We coordinate discussions with key stakeholders and help them to develop strategic plans to end homelessness. We also provide technical assistance on regulations and compliance, again ensuring that programs are operating correctly and effectively. We also submit the annual funding application on behalf of the COCs. To give you some context, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, requires COCs to submit an annual application for funding. It is a competitive application, meaning that COCs and programs are not guaranteed funding, which raises the stakes for CARES. CARES works year-round to plan, prepare, and submit this application on behalf of our COCs. We conduct project evaluation. We work with our COCs to develop a strategic plan that will meet funding requirements and assure our COC programs are compliant with all regulations. I am proud to say that in all of the applications that CARES has submitted for all of our continuums of care, every project has received funding. I am going to change gears now and introduce you to another core service area that supports some of the work we do. In order to work towards our vision and prevent and end homelessness, we must understand what homelessness actually looks like in our communities. In order to do that, we must use data. Data provides concrete evidence of the work our direct service providers are doing and allows us to better understand, plan for, trend, and track homelessness. Think of program data as the tool to better understand homelessness. What is important to understand is that HUD requires communities to utilize what is called the Homelessness Management Information System, or HMIS as we term it, to collect demographic data on those individuals and families utilizing homeless services. The HMIS is a secure database that all HUD-funded programs must use to collect and store client-level data. Again, data that is utilized to help understand homelessness. CARES' role in all this is termed the System Administrator of the HMIS. But what does this mean? As System Administrator, we are experts in its operations, and as such, we train all users of the system. And remember, all HUD-funded homeless programs are required to utilize this database, so this is no small feat. CARES also provides data quality assurance monitoring to ensure we are getting as accurate a picture of homelessness as possible. We provide technical assistance on a number of HMIS issues, ranging from help desk requests to reset a user password to more complex issues such as creating new programs within the system. Finally, CARES also produces reports. We produce a federal report twice a year, but we also have the capability to produce customized reports for our agencies who may want to study a particular aspect of their program. It is through innovative use of the HMIS and program data that CARES is able to better help communicate both the need and proven solutions to end homelessness. I am now going to move to another core service area that not only utilizes the HMIS, but is actively engaged in ending homelessness, our own HIV/AIDS housing programs. CARES owns and operates 24 apartments for persons living with HIV and AIDS and manages 87 rent subsidies for scattered site apartments throughout Albany County. However, we know that our housing is more than simply a roof. We understand that for people living with HIV and AIDS, housing is health care. Housing is a proven health intervention for homeless persons living with HIV/AIDS because it provides the stability which allows people with HIV and AIDS to better access comprehensive health care and supportive services, get on and stay on their medication, and see their health provider regularly. Of CARE's 24 apartments, 90% of those clients are virally suppressed, which means they cannot transmit the virus. Housing is health care. Understanding this, CARES is able to offer a suite of services that improve the health of our clients. CARES provides comprehensive case management services to ensure our clients are happy and healthy. We track viral load not only as program requirement, but to use as an intervention. If our case managers see a drastic change in one of our clients' viral loads, they use this as an opportunity to check in and address any issues that may need to be resolved in order for that client to experience positive health outcomes. We host community meetings with healthcare providers so that our clients have consistent access to their doctors. We also understand that health is more than just the physical. We also build an inclusive community through various social activities, such as our community garden, where our clients have the opportunity to build relationships. I am now going to transition to our final core service area, an area that is intertwined with all these three core service areas already discussed. Homelessness is a solvable problem. Our data shows this. Our housing programs prove this. CARES works to build awareness around the fact that yes, homelessness exists in our community, but we have the solution and it works. CARES is in a unique position to be a regional voice because our role in the three core service areas I already discussed. As the lead in planning, we have an intimate knowledge of the work our direct service providers are doing in our community. As data specialists, we have access to the concrete data that proves the work being done ends homelessness. And because of our housing program, we know that housing ends homelessness and improves health. Our clients are proof. With this in mind, CARES created the Capital Region Coalition to End Homelessness, the regional voice to prevent and end homelessness in the Capital Region. The coalition works to support the goals of our continuums of care. One way in which the coalition accomplishes this is by hosting workshops on a variety of topics that are of interest to our COCs. Some examples include workshops on homeless youth, how to work with local departments of social services, and landlord engagement. The goals of these workshops is to create a comprehensive and compassionate community response to end homelessness. The coalition also meets with local legislative officials and hosts an annual press event at which they speak to support our efforts in preventing and ending homelessness in the Capital Region. The Coalition also produces a yearly State of Homelessness report that highlights the needs in our communities, and it is our hope that this report serves as a valuable tool for anyone interested in preventing and ending homelessness. This concludes the brief description of CARE's 4 core service areas, but because CARES is dedicated to engaging in meaningful change for our communities, we often take on work outside of these 4 core service areas. CARES regularly engages with and builds relationships with stakeholders outside of the housing world that share and value our mission. When a community need presents outside of our core service areas, as long as it aligns with our vision, CARES will take on these special projects. Some examples of special projects that CARES is involved in are the Medicaid Redesign Team Supportive Housing Evaluation, which examines the cost savings associated with using Medicaid dollars to fund permanent housing for high Medicaid utilizers. The City of Albany Poverty Reduction Initiative, and other university-based projects. I hope that you now have a better understanding of the scope of CARE's work in the community through our 4 core service areas of community planning, program data, housing, and awareness building, and our work through special projects. It is my hope that you share our vision and will join our board to help us work towards it. Our board serves as the custodian of our community's trust to realize CARE's vision. Should you choose to join us, you will have some essential functions and responsibilities that I will detail now. The board's essential function includes governance, financial oversight, and organizational assessment. Should you join us as a board member, you will engage in strategic planning to support CARE's vision, ensure that CARES remains financially viable, approve CARE's budget, and perhaps most importantly, always act as an advocate and representative of CARES. Should you join us as a board member, you will be required to attend 6 meetings per year, participate in at least 1 subcommittee, attend any board trainings or workshops, and use your personal expertise to support CARES. Thank you for taking the time to become a little more acquainted with CARES. I hope that you share our vision of preventing and ending homelessness and will bring your expertise to our board.